Good evening, everyone, and welcome out to Speed Racing Network, where we present the 2021 All-Star Race here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Man, we are going to have a great time tonight. We've got all sorts of cars out there. We've got all sorts of teams out there. It is going to be an absolute blast, and they are just now starting qualifying, so we'll get into that in just 1 second. But we've got 75 laps to get it all figured out here tonight, one fast repair. And so for those of you that have never watched this before, a fast repair is basically where you get a brand new car. So there's going to be some damage out there today. These are really tough cars to drive. These are the ARCA cars. They slide all over the place. They're very, very heavy. I mean, it's really a fun car to drive. I had a great time driving it yesterday in the qualifying races, but each of these guys that are in this race made it through qualifying and made it into this round. So they've all won something, but let's kind of introduce you really quickly to the teams that are out there. We'll start off with Team Birdman and Captain Adam Pettit. And Captain Adam Pettit has really put together a phenomenal team here. You'll see those names right here. Number 4, Jovi Sagiped. Number 5, Landon Lacey. Number 12, Rhett Tucker. Number 13, Danny Dow. Number 28, Bo Tiffany. Number 36, Cody Madden. Number 37, Emerson Ardon. Number 45, Cody Riggs, and number 52, James Kerr. And what you'll notice is that these guys, their numbers are the position they were picked in the All-Star draft. And so you can see, Cody Riggs, James Kerr, they have a lot to prove out there. Jovi Sagiped and Landon Lacey, they were picked towards the top of the draft. So we've got a lot of parity there. We got a lot of people at the top, a lot of people at the bottom there for Team Birdman. But here comes Team Buddha and Captain Danny Setzer. And he's got his team put together, and he kind of went a different route putting his team together. He started off with Kyle Spees in the number 3, who is an ARCA car genius, and that's why he is out there on the track. For him, Daniel Bowdler, who is basically a genius in any car he drives. Dean Brummett, one of the most consistent drivers we've ever had. Greg Joyner in the 14, Byron McDonald in the 19, Scott Kalal in the 22, who came in second in his qualifying race, so good value there. Number 43, Derek De Silva. Number 46, Jason Kratky. Number 51, Mike Mosby. Number 54, Doc Holliday. And number 59, Jeremy Duncan. And Jeremy was the last driver picked in the entire draft, and yet he still made it through qualifying, and here he is tonight. So a really good value there for Team Buddha. But then we got Team Stimba, and for those of you asking what Stimba means, there's a huge joke going on in Speed Racing Network where the stimulus checks were coming out, and the leader of Team Stimba and the president of Speed Racing Network, Jason Tripp, said that he wanted to go out and buy a lion as a mascot, and so we named that lion Stimba. He didn't actually buy one, but he could have. So number 2, Timothy Latham. Number 7, Cole Martin. Number 15, Michael Madden. Number 18, David Duke, who won the second qualifying race. So at the number 18 pick, and he ends up winning the race. That's phenomenal. Number 23, Justin Boyles. Number 31, Michael York. Number 47, Scott Healy. And number 58, Walt Lepicki. And so great team right there. But then finally, you got Team Silverback headed up by yours truly, Sean Griffith. And, man, we got a great team for ours as well. Number 9, James Holzer. Number 16, Corey Saucier. Number 17, Ryan Ducombe. Number 24, Bobby Anderson. Number 25, Brandon Domain. Number 32, Aaron Gerwitz. Number 33, Chris Massey. Number 40, Devin Zimmerman. Number 48, Sean Gozier. Number 56, Robert Yost. And number 57, Kevin Winker. And so great drivers on this team as well. So you're going to see a lot of great action out there on the track. But let's look and see what these guys are driving for out there. $50 for first place. There was no entry into tonight. Tonight is more of a thank you from the Speed Racing Network admins, just to say, hey, thanks for driving with us. We appreciate it. But yeah, it's really this is a really great group of guys. So $50 for first place. Second place will get $25. Third place will get $15. Fourth place will get $10. And then the fastest lap of the night will get $10. The cleanest driver of the night will get $10. The pole position, so the best qualifier, will get $10, and we'll see who that is here very shortly. And the team captain of the winner gets $25. So here we are hoping for Team Silverback because, man, $25. I'll take that all day long. So now we've already paid out a few prizes. For the qualifying race number 1, the winner of that race was Landon Lacey. So he got $20, and Landon drives for Team Birdman. And then qualifying race number 2 winner, David Duke, he also wins $20 driving for Team Stemba. And then we also had a prize for Mr. Irrelevant. So if you were picked in the last 5 picks of the draft, then we're naming you Mr. Irrelevant, but we'd give you $10 if you just make it into this race, and 4 out of the 5 did it. So Speed Racing Network is out $40 because Mr. Irrelevant was so relevant that they made it in. So Robert Yost, Kevin Winker, Walt Lepicki, and Jeremy Duncan. So a lot of great guys out there, but let's jump on out. I know a lot of people are always asking us to see if we can watch some of the qualifying, and so we're going to do just that. And so here comes Landon Lacey, who won the race on Saturday afternoon, the first race. Now, that entire qualifying race was 50 laps. We're going to be going 75 laps here tonight, but it was 50 laps, all green flags. Wasn't a single wreck in the entire bunch. And Landon Lacey pulled away, ended up winning by about 8 seconds, which is just insane. So this guy is always on rails. He is just one of those drivers that you definitely have to look out for. And he was chosen as the number 5 pick for Team Birdman. And, man, he looks like a number 1 pick out there. He is just absolutely all over it. So really great to see him out on the track. Let's see who else is out there on the track getting their laps in. I think we're going to go... I don't know who we're going to go to next. Let's take a look at Bobby Anderson here. So Bobby Anderson for Team Silverback here, and you'll notice that Team Silverback is all yellow. Team Birdman is all green. Then you have in the red, you have Team Stemba, and in the blue, you have Team Buddha. And so Bobby Anderson looks like he just put down a time to put him up into 13th position for the time being. So we still have a few more minutes left to go in qualifying here. So just kind of getting those laps in to see where everybody goes. Now, again, just keep in mind, this has really, really been fun for us to look at, but we do have those prizes out there for these drivers. And, you know, we really like to pay these things out. This is something that Speed Racing Network is known for. We're known for putting some money out there. We did give away over $5,000 in season 1 of Speed Racing Network. Or I'm sorry, last season of Speed Racing Network. This season we're projected to give out over $15,000. And so really a phenomenal league. So if you have never joined us on this league, if you've never seen us, this is really the place to be if you enjoy iRacing. So Bobby Anderson finishing up his laps. He did touch the wall there a few seconds ago while we were off camera. Let's see who else we got out there on the track. Scott Healy. So Scott Healy was... he was the number 10 pick in the draft, so he is driving for Team Stemba and had a really great showing last night in the qualifying race. So definitely deserves that number 10 on the side of his car. I'm trying to see if I can find our fearless leaders out there. Both of them have actually already, here, we'll jump over to Adam Pettit. This is the captain of Team Birdman in the number 94 car. And so he qualified for this race by being the top finishing captain out of the 4 captains. And so Adam Pettit, an amazing driver. He's got some wins here at Speed Racing Network, but now he is an admin for us as well. So really fun to see him out on the track once again. And then I'm going to see if there's anybody else out here that hasn't already. Oh, here we go. James Holzer taking a turn out there. So he's going to go back and he's going to start his lap over again. Let's jump over to Devin Zimmerman. And Devin Zimmerman, man, he's got a chip on his shoulder because he was chosen number 40 in this draft. And so he was actually chosen behind almost all of his teammates. And Devin, this is his second season with Speed Racing Network, and he's been in the playoffs both times. Doesn't have a win in Speed Racing Network, but he is so consistent that he is always up there. And so really interesting to see that he dropped all the way to number 40. I was very, very happy to see him there, so I snagged him for Team Silverback. So I would anticipate he's going to be in the top half of the field easily here tonight. So he's coming around getting his lap finished up, currently in 14th in qualifying. Let's see if he can do any better, and he does. He moves up into 10th with that qualifying effort. So great job for him. But right now, Landon Lacey, who we touched on a little bit earlier, way out front in qualifying. And just one more quick time here. We're going to go back and talk about the prize winners that we've already had. And so Landon Lacey winning that first race, that first qualifying race. And so he's going to get $20 just for doing that. And so David Duke winning the second qualifying race, which ended up, honestly, it was a caution fest. We had, I believe, 9 cautions in that second race. And so hopefully we don't get that many cautions here tonight. We'd like to see something a little bit cleaner. We'd like to have a little bit more fun out there on the track than what we had last night. But we are going to get out there very shortly here and get this thing started, because I think they're starting to line up, and you can see. Let's see what we can do to. There we go. So Landon Lacey from Team Birdman up in first place on the pole position. So he's going to win $10 just for doing that. David Duke from Team Stemba. So basically our 2 winners. So Landon Lacey, our winner from the first qualifying race, and David Duke from our second qualifying race up on the first 2 positions there. Dean Brummett from Team Buddha at pick number 11. He is up there in third. Daniel Bowdler, who is typically always at the front of almost every race he's in, is up there in fourth. Cole Martin, the first truck driver that was picked, the first Truck Series driver that was picked in our draft, he is up in 5th. Corey Saucier, one of our leaders in the Truck Series, up in 6th. Scott Healy from Team Stemba up in 7th. Scott Kalal from Team Buddha up in 8th. Brandon Domain from Team Silverback up in 9th. Devin Zimmerman from Team Silverback hangs on to that 10th position. Jovi Sagiped from Birdman, he is up in 11th, and then Timothy Latham from Team Stemba up in 12th. And so that's where we're going to get this thing started. And you can see out here on the track, man, they are raring to go. And looks like David Duke and Landon Lacey are going to kind of get us started there now. Looks like Landon forgot to put the correct paint on his car, so Landon is actually supposed to be in green here tonight, but that's okay. We'll forgive him. When you win a race here at Speed Racing Network, you get forgiven for some things. So David Duke and Landon Lacey bringing us around. We're going to have this one warm-up lap, and then it is going to get started. Now, I'm telling you, these cars get extremely loose out there on the track, and so it can really, really slide around a lot. So you're going to see a lot of slide jobs here tonight. And as we're coming around, now this is Indianapolis. This is a really fun track if you're in open wheel cars. A lot of times when NASCAR comes here, we have a lot of really good racing. And I don't think tonight is going to be any different. You can see all those cars lined up. And they did a phenomenal job on these paints also. So you'll see all these different color paints and all the fun that we've had on those. But Landon Lacey going to bring us around, and the pace car is going to dive off here shortly. And then it is time to get busy with 75 laps. Coming around turn 4. Pace car dives off. Landon Lacey gets the start. And we'll see how quickly he jumps out there. And there he goes. He is all over it already, just jumping out to a nice little lead. You got David Duke on the outside there. You got Dean Brummett there on the inside trying to get that position away from David Duke. They are side by side. That inside position is ultra important here because that outside, you have to slow down so much not to hit the wall, but David Duke makes it work. He's going to take second position there. Corey Saucier from Team Silverback is in 4th, already up a couple positions from where he started. But Landon Lacey still on those rails, just like he was all day yesterday during the qualifying races. But David Duke doesn't want to let him go here. So he's going to sneak up and possibly get a shot here. Taking a look, got Landon Lacey still out front. Top 4 are still the same as they were. Daniel Bowdler fell 1 position. He is in 5th, but we do have a caution out there on the track. And that was kind of towards the back of the pack. Unfortunately, the video is not going to show it right now. So I apologize for that. As they come around in caution, once again, we're going to show those prizes one more time here, just to kind of discuss those a little bit. So first place is going to get $50, and so that $50 really not a bad deal. You know, not a bad deal for anybody out here. So once again, under caution right now. But Landon Lacey has led every single lap of this race already. And, man, while we've got a chance here, let's see what we can do to get Jason Tripp, our fearless leader, up here in the booth with us. Jason Tripp, Sean Griffith up in the booth. How's it going, buddy?
What's going on, Sean? How you doing?
Man, I am doing great. I am loving the look out here. All of these incredible cars, all these incredible drivers that we've had all season long out here having a great time. What is your vision of this, man?
I mean, I think that we just did something differently here with the All-Star race than we've done either in the past or that I've seen done before. The draft, I think, was a new concept. Made it a little interesting and really, you know, turned into quite the event. You know, we had the draft last Saturday night. And then we had multiple qualifying races and whatnot. It was really, really good.
Well, and for those of you that don't know or haven't been watching out in the Discord channel, myself and Jason Tripp, really good friends in real life, but we have had a nice little competition between ourselves, and we've been bickering back and forth for almost, 3 months now about this one race. And when we got into the race, I will freely admit that I turned Jason Tripp. He spun. It was my fault completely and totally, so I have disqualified myself from that race, and I congratulate Jason for taking that win.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, you know, I usually run the 91 car, and I've been running the 91. It's been a little bit of a roadblock for me the last couple of years, and last night somebody borrowed the 91, and the 91 still cursed me, so... That's stealing my numbers, Sean.
Well, man, we have absolutely enjoyed this entire season. We're looking forward to next season, and we don't have too many details right now, but we do know that myself, Jason Tripp, and the other admins of the league, we are putting together something really phenomenal. So get ready because Season 2 is on its way.
Yes, sir.
All right, Jason, we're going to let you get right back to adminning this race. Congratulations on a great season, and good luck the rest of the night with everybody.
Thank you so much.
That is Jason Tripp, our fearless leader. And, yeah, I mean, look, it was I'm going to say it was an accident. I bumped him a little bit too hard, spun him, and I don't like to win a little contest that way, but always fun to have Jason Tripp here. So we are coming around. We're just kind of pacing right now, but Landon Lacey, once again, our number 5 pick, but he led pretty much every single lap on Saturday afternoon in the first qualifying race, and he has led every single lap here tonight. Now, in contrast, you got David Duke, and David Duke was the 18th pick of the draft. And this guy, he he seemed to be having trouble throughout the week with his computer. So he took his computer to go get it fixed, but he did not want to miss this race. So he went out to Best Buy. He bought a $2,000 computer laptop just so he could race these races. If that's not dedication, I don't know what is. So David Duke, great to have you out there on the track. Phenomenal guy in real life as well. He used to be he used to help out on the Busch Series when there was the Busch Series in NASCAR. So let's jump right back out there live. And Landon Lacey is leading this entire pack around. I'm checking to see who's our biggest mover so far. I think, if I'm seeing this correctly, James Holzer in the number 9 car. Now remember, he took a little spin during qualifying. We saw that on camera, but Holzer is up 10 positions, up in 25th already. So he is moving up through the field, and for good reason. He was up towards the front pretty much the entire race last night in the second qualifying race. Another big mover back there, Cody Madden. So everybody just knows him as the brother of Michael Madden, but Cody making some waves himself. Started off in 37th. He is up in 27th now, so up 10 spots. So Cody Madden, one of the Madden brothers, and I know they've got a ton of fans out there on the YouTube channel. We appreciate them being there. So those Madden brothers, I'm telling you, if they ever get teamed up on the same team, it is some big trouble for the entire league. All right, and pace car is going to dive off once again. And we're going to get back to green flag racing. Lots of shuffling around back there. That's Dean Brummett in the 11, trying to get to the inside of David Duke. He will get down to the inside. You got Corey Saucier in the Team Silverback yellow car right behind him. But Dean's not able to hold that position, and David Duke is going to retain second position while Landon Lacey, once again, just starts to kind of pull away a little bit. And we've got another yellow flag. Oh, it's Bo Tiffany. Oh, that's Bo Tiffany, and I believe that was the 23 of Justin Boyles. Oh, we got a lot of damage back there. Woo. Lots and lots of damage. You know what? That is going to bring us to our very first Sandwich Man Sports Racing, or Racing and Sports Memorabilia Rec Replay. You can find Sandwich Man on Shopify, and you can go out there, and they've got all sorts of die-cast models, all sorts of great memorabilia. So don't be afraid to get out there and get some really good stuff. But we're going to take a look and see what happens here as, that was Timothy Latham in the 2, Devin Zimmerman in the 40 going for a ride. So we're going to go back and check that out again. But the 40 spinning, and man, when that happens, it just goes a little haywire. Oh, just getting side by side with each other. And as big as Indianapolis is, it is really hard because everybody is going for the same spot. And so does not surprise me to have some incidents here. Let's see if we can get a different view here. As you can see, all sorts of damage out there, and people still wrecking as they're just trying to find a way around. And while you're in the car, if you see that smoke coming up, you cannot see anything in front of you. And so I'm going to give you an example of that right now. We're going to take a look at this, or try to. This is from Walt Lepicki's point of view. You can see there's nothing up there. You can't see anything up there. This is Cody Madden. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Cody Riggs. I apologize. Cody Riggs up against the wall. He was just trying to get kind of woed up there. And then we're going to check out Mike Mosby as well. So Mike Mosby with a big hit. As you're coming around the corner, all you see is smoke. You don't know where to go. And so he just tries to drive right through it. And all of a sudden, there are cars everywhere in front of him. Big hits. And so now all these cars are going to come down into the pits trying to get fixed up. Now remember, they do get one fast repair. So if you if you get damaged, you've got one shot to get right back into it. It looks like Landon Lacey and company, they are going to stay out. So it looks like our top 21 staying out on those tires even after about 7 laps of green flag. Maybe 6 laps of green flag. But let's see if we can't find Landon Lacey here. I don't see him out there in the chat. So we won't grab him. Let's see if we can't grab someone else, though. Let's see if we can't grab David Duke. Hey, David Duke, Sean Griffith up in the booth. How's it going, buddy? Hello, David. You got a copy? Don't think I have a copy with David Duke. So we will drop him right back down there. We'll see if we can find somebody else here. Let's check and see if we can't find old Dean Brummett. He's always good for a fun interview. I don't see him out there in the chat either. Man, everybody's just gone. What is... let's get Aaron Gerwitz up here. We can talk to Aaron Gerwitz. Hey, Aaron, this is Sean up in the booth. How's it going, buddy?
Good. How are you, Sean?
Man, I am doing fantastic. You were one of those picks that I picked on Team Silverback, and one of the reasons I picked you was just to kind of get under the skin of your team owner, Adam Pettit. Do you think it worked?
I think it might have worked. I don't think after last night's qualifying race, I don't think he predicted me to race in the top 10, seeing as how Indy's one of my worst tracks and I've struggled with forever.
Well, man, it looks like you're doing pretty decent out there right now. I know you've got some room to move up there. You're up in 17th position, but already moving up 5 spots. What do you see for the rest of this race?
We're just going to try to work through this field one at a time, hopefully get some green flag laps, and yeah, just move one at a time, pick them off one at a time.
Sounds good, man. Well, I'm going to let you get right back to it. Congratulations on making it this far. Go get them the rest of the way.
All right, thank you, Sean.
All right, and as we're pacing around here, out there in the chat, Julie Madden saying, welcome back, Sean. Good to hear you in the booth. Thank you, Miss Julie. We certainly appreciate it. We love seeing your boys out there. Love having them in this league. They're 2 great guys, and cannot be more proud of all the drivers out here. It's really been a really fun season. I cannot wait to see what happens in season number 2. Once again, this is our second caution, so already kind of starting to turn out, but man, we had a lot of people involved in that one. It was a really, really rough wreck there. But we're going to come around turns 3 and 4, and Landon Lacey leading just as he has all race long. David Duke in second place just as he's been all race long, and Dean Brummett in third just like he's been all race long. So that just kind of goes to show that not only are they phenomenal up front, but really tough to pass here. You have to get a good line. You have to have the speed to do it. But once you get to the back of somebody, you have to figure out how to get past them. Really not easy to do here, especially in these cars, because these cars, as ARCA cars, typically slide all over the place. We do have a very stable setup out there, so it's kind of slowed the cars down a little bit, made it a little bit easier to maneuver them, but still hard to pass in them. But Landon Lacey's going to take off as we are back under green. And again, I know his car is blue, but he is actually on the green team. He is with Team Birdman. But on the outside, David Duke going to get a great run, and he is going to try to keep it sticking on the outside to take that lead. It is really tough to pass on the outside, but he does it, and David Duke finally takes the lead away from Landon Lacey. I think this is the first lap that Landon Lacey has not led All-Star weekend. So, Landon Lacey gets a little bit loose. Dean Brummett got to the back of him. Everybody makes it through, so great recovery there by Landon Lacey. But you know he's not going to like that, but Dean Brummett doesn't want to be slowed down anymore. He wants to keep going. But David Duke going to lead this lap here at the Brickyard. Looking back through the track a little bit, it's easy to get kind of lined up out there. Devin Zimmerman going to get to the inside here. I believe that's the number 46 of Jason Kratky, so he's going to get to the inside of Jason.
try to make that work. Oh, he blinks out just a little bit. Kind of tough stuff when we get into this technology stuff. But Zimmerman's going to make that pass. His teammate's going to try to follow him. That's the number 24, Bobby Anderson. Oh, big move there by Kyle Spees in the 3. Kyle kind of got mired back there in the back of the pack. Not used to that. He is really good in these ARCA cars, but he is all the way back here in 24th position. Really tough position for him to be in, but maybe with some pit strategy, we do have a lot of laps to go here. He can work his way right back up front. Speaking up front, let's go up to Landon Lacey. And Dean Brummett's still on his tail, still trying to find a way around him. And he's already used the bumper once. Let's see if he does it again here. And it's tough to use the bumper in these cars because they get sideways so quickly. That's kind of why I disqualified myself from bumping Jason Tripp. I got to the back of him, but not square enough, and so I spun him. And it's never fun to spin somebody. Actually, take that back. Sometimes it's fun to spin somebody. It's not fun to be the one getting spun, I'll tell you that. Oh, James Holzer, Greg Joyner, side by side. They may have touched there, and then Joyner kind of gets slowed up a little bit. That's the 12 of Rhett Tucker in the green car right behind him. But James Holzer gets that position. He is up 22 positions from the start of this race. He started off in 35th. He is up in 13th, so he is our biggest mover by far right now. And he is running through this pack. So beware, everybody. He's about to be up in the top 10 soon. Up front, Corey Saucier getting some pressure there from Daniel Bowdler there in the number 6. And Daniel Bowdler is no stranger to the winner's circle, because he actually has the second most wins in Speed Racing Network history. And so he knows how to get it done out there, but right now back in 5th position, just kind of biding his time a little bit. Let's go a little bit further back here. We're going to talk about Aaron Gerwitz, who we just spoke to in the chat, and yeah, you can see a lot of damage there on Aaron, so that damage is not going to help him. He's going to move back some. He actually just touched the wall once again. So, David Dugan blinked out. Oh, that was a little bit scary. I saw him dropping down the list. So David Duke still up there in the lead. Landon Lacey trying to track him down. Oh, Landon Lacey and Dean Brummett once again getting right up next to each other. And right now, everybody lined up single file. So really, that's where it gets really tough. James Holzer again making another pass. So James Holzer up to 12th now. So he is 4 seconds off the leader. But I believe that gap is closing. So James Holzer with a really big run for Team Silverback here. And then Kyle Spees back here in the 3. That blue car just peeking out there. And he is our ARCA car master. He's going to get down to the inside. That is Bobby Anderson in the number 24. And Kyle is going to take that position away. I don't really know how you can become an ARCA car master. It is so hard in these cars. They just slide so easily. Scott Kalal, who came in second in the daytime race for the qualifier here, so he's up in 6th position. So he started off in 8th, and he has moved up a little bit. Actually, we've already lost a couple of drivers, it looks like. I believe we've lost Cody Madden, involved in a big wreck, I believe. And then Walt Lipicki, we lost him. Cody Riggs, I believe we lost him as well. So we've lost some drivers out there on the track already due to some wrecks. But another guy that I'd like to talk about here, and he is a lap down right now, so Rob Yost, or at least I'm scoring him a lap down. I'm going to have to double check that. And I apologize. Walt Lipicki's still in the race, so I'm not really sure why my scoring's kind of messing up there. But back here, Rob Yost, man, real chip on his shoulder. He is one of our drivers that is actually in the playoffs and then he was still chosen 56th. So he was questioning why and how that could possibly happen, and I just don't know. So we're just watching him get after it right now. But up front, David Duke still leads this thing. And Dean Brummett, finally, Landon Lacey's kind of getting away from Dean Brummett a little bit, but Corey Saucier trying to get out there. But David Duke leads this thing by about half a second right now, and so not a huge lead, but enough. And so if we can get some green flag racing here, which is what's going on right now, if we can get that, then I think this could be really big for him. I think he could grow really, really quickly. And again, James Holzer peeking to the inside of the 13. That's Danny Dow, and James Holzer's going to pass right by him, so he is up in 11th now. So still moving forward on his hard charge to the front. Back here in third and fourth position, Dean Brummett getting a lot of pressure from Corey Saucier. And Corey, one of our leaders in the Truck Series. Dean Brummett, one of our leaders in the Cup Series. And so Dean Brummett in the higher league as far as I-rating is concerned, but Corey Saucier not backing down in one instant. So David Duke still leading this thing, trying to find any other really good racing here. So going back a little ways, we got Greg Joyner from Team Buddha in the 14, one of our higher picks there. But right behind him, Rhett Tucker from Team Birdman in the 12. And so keep in mind that the number that's on the car is the position they were picked in the draft. So Rhett Tucker was the 12th pick in the draft. Now, up in front of them, Adam Pettit, one of our team captains. Now, he's in the 94 car. He was not picked 94th, but we just used 91, 92, 93, 94 for our team captains. And so Adam Pettit up here in the 12th slot as a team captain. So really good to see that. Going back to check on our other team captain, Danny Setzer back here in the 93 for Team Buddha. And he is back here trying to work on Sean Kozier in the 48. Danny Setzer, our admin for the Truck Series League. And so we certainly appreciate him in that Truck Series every week, keeping that going. But he's also a driver in our Cup Series, so good driver himself. Up front, we got a little bit of action going on. Scott Kalal there in the 22. Jovi Sakiped in the green car. He's in the number 4. That's Team Birdman. And Jovi with the 4th pick. Good pick by Team Birdman. But I would think that he'd be a little bit further up. But Scott Healy's going to make the pass on him and move into the 7th position. David Duke really has not pulled away from Landon Lacey as much as I thought he would. So now the lead is under half a second. It was over half a second just a few minutes ago. And so he is not really he's not really gunning it the way I thought he would. Maybe those tires are starting to fall off, and maybe things are starting to level out just a little bit here on lap 20 out of 75 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for our All-Star race. So really pumped, really excited to be here for this All-Star race, and this has been a long time coming. Looks like Bobby Anderson. Oh, he was trying to get, I don't know if he was trying to get into the pits or if he just kind of slid off into the pits, but a huge hit there. That is going to do some serious damage, if not a black flag as well. So really, really harsh. So no yellow for that, but because he was off the track, but still a huge hit. So Daniel Bowdler into the 6. up here in 5th position, just trying to keep his car straight. A lot of these cars kind of diving off the wall. You can see Jovi Sogsbed there in the 4, kind of diving off that turn. Cars are getting extremely loose now, and that's going to cause a lot of wiggles out there. It is going to cause some people to get into the wall and then come off the wall a little bit squirrely. So, you can see it right above us. That's James Holzer once again now moving into the top 10, moving around Timothy Latham. Timothy Latham with 2 wins on the season. And a really great open set driver as well. So with open sets, you can actually maneuver anything you want in these cars. But tonight in this race, this is a fixed setup. So everybody has the same exact car. Nothing is different except for the driver. And so James Holzer makes that pass on Timothy Latham. But, man, I had never raced against Timothy Latham until last night at the qualifying race. And I got to tell you, man, that guy is just fast. He is just super clean, super fast. It was a lot of fun to drive against him finally instead of just calling his races. But up front here, Cole Martin. This is for 7th position. Cole Martin in 7th. Scott Kalal right on his tail, trying to get past him. And again, Scott Kalal in the 22 car up in 8th place. And so really huge value pick there. But the biggest value out there on the track right now, David Duke in the number 18 car. So he was picked 18th, and he is now leading this race. And Landon Lacey right on his tail. Now these two, again, were the ones that won the qualifying races. So David Duke won the 2nd qualifying race. Landon Lacey won the 1st qualifying race, and then they qualified 1st and 2nd here tonight as well. So definitely 2 of the fastest drivers here in the ARCA, and you can see the separation there between 3rd place Daniel Bowdler and these guys. You can see exactly how amazing these guys are. The only thing that is going to allow people to catch them is a caution, and with everybody kind of lining up, I'm not sure we're going to get one of those. But Brett Tucker in the 12, diving down beneath Greg Joyner, and he is going to try to take that spot here in the next turn, and he will. And so now Brett Tucker in the 12 car, he is up in 14th position. Oh, as you can see, those cars just dive right off that wall. So Danny Dow got really loose there, dove down to the inside so he didn't hurt anybody. Going back up front, good race for the lead here. You got Landon Lacey just trying to find a way back around David Duke. He wants that lead back. He does not want to lose it anymore tonight. Scott Healy going into the pits. So now we've started our pits. Scott's going to come in and get some fuel, get some tires. Now, he had not pitted yet, neither of any of these leaders. So any of the top 16, none of them have pitted yet. And so at some point, we're going to have to get some fuel, get some tires. It is starting to get really loose out there. Oh, Landon Lacey almost made that pass, but David Duke did not let him get all the way around him. Back a little ways, Corey Saucier diving down to the inside of Danny Bowdler. It's Daniel Bowdler. Sorry about that, Daniel. I don't think I've ever called him Danny before. I think he's going to be kind of mad when he sees this broadcast. So David Duke once again down there on the inside. Landon Lacey might be better served just to kind of bide his time here. I'm not really sure that's what Landon wants to do. I think he wants all of this, but Daniel Bowdler, Dean Brummett, a lot of cars coming into the pits now, getting those fresh tires and that fuel. Oh, we got a little bit of stuff going on. I believe that was Chris Massey back here in the 83, so barely gets into pit road. Landon Lacey again just trying to find a way around. Great battle here up at the front while everybody else is getting fuel and tires. These guys are working on almost no fuel and bald tires back here, or up here actually. And they are still making it work faster than anyone else in the race. Question is, when do these guys come into pit? And it looks like David Duke's going to come into the pits right now. And he's going to be followed by Corey Saucier, Scott Kalal, a few others, but Landon Lacey's going to get another lap in. There's Adam Pettit in the green car back there, and he gets it slowed down, gets in there. But Landon Lacey now all by himself, 3.5 seconds ahead. Man, had I ever seen him drive like this, he may have been my #1 pick, but I missed the boat on that. So did Jason Tripp. So did Danny Setzer. So Team Birdman and Adam Pettit picked him up with the #5 pick. And he has completely dominated both of these races that he's been in, being in either first or second pretty much the entire race. I believe we're probably going to see him coming in right here as he kind of gets a little bit slowed down, and there he goes. So he's going to come into the pits. James Holzer diving into the pits right behind him as well. Rhett Tucker is going to stay out and assume the lead. I think Rhett's just kind of hoping for a caution here so he can maybe catch these guys a lap down, but it's been a pretty clean race besides a couple of little incidents in the beginning. Actually, one little incident, one big incident. So Rhett Tucker in the #12. We'll take a look at him again. Team Birdman, he picked him up, and Rhett's won a bunch of races this season in our Xfinity series. And so one of the best drivers we have in Speed Racing Network, and he's showing it right now by staying out, stretching this fuel, stretching those tires as far as he possibly can. So we'll see how much longer he stays out. Now right behind him, Kevin Winker diving into the pits for Team Silverback. And so Kyle Spees, who pitted on lap 7, so he's still got a little bit more fuel in there. So he is up here in second, but he's still almost 6 seconds behind Rhett Tucker. You can see that on the scoring there on your left side of the screen. But up front, Rhett all by himself. Trying to look back through the pack and see trying to see if anybody did a crazy pit stop, and I think somebody did. So Scott Kalal back here, it looks like based on his time, he may have taken 2 tires, which we had a couple people experiment with last night, and did go well, didn't go well. It just kind of depends on who you are, but really interesting move there. Rhett Tucker coming into the pits finally. So Kyle Spees will assume the lead. Now that car passing him, that's the #32. That is not for position. That is Aaron Gerwich just trying to stay on the lead lap there. But right next to him, that's Devin Zimmerman. That is for position. So that #40 car trying to get past Kyle Spees. But Kyle is going to take that position away and keep it for himself. Looks like there's just a lot of mixing up going on. It's just kind of the scoring updating, so don't be too afraid of all that mixing up there on the left side. But these two cars are pretty close to their end of fuel run. Now they're on the same pit cycle as Danny Setzer. Danny Setzer, oh, you can see that was Kyle Spees right up into the wall there. But Danny Setzer back here in third, he is 14 seconds behind, but on the same pit strategy as these guys up front. So that just shows how different these cars are working. And as these things cycle out, Landon Lacey, he is not the lead car right now. I believe we got Daniel Bowler that is out front. Now, Daniel pitted a couple laps before Landon Lacey, so in theory, Landon Lacey will have some better tires that maybe will catch up to Daniel Bowler and company up here shortly. But for now, Kyle Spees still leading this race. But again, he is getting to the end of his pit window. Man, just a lot of action. Devin Zimmerman coming into the pits. get some fresh fuel and tires. So now Kyle Spies will have about a 15-second lead on second place Danny Setzer. So way out front. But all these cars that are right behind him are just getting their laps back. They're on fresher tires. So they're going to be able to make short work of Kyle right now. Going back, this is Daniel Ballard. He is the first car with brand new tires. And so he is currently in 6th position, but if this cycles out the way that it's supposed to, then he will be up in 1st, which is really amazing because Landon Lacey was leading by so much. Dean Brummett, David Duke all up there leading, and all of a sudden Daniel Ballard has the lead. Kyle Spies into the pits. And so Derek Da Silva will assume the lead. But Daniel Ballard trying to track him down. Daniel Ballard is about 4 seconds behind Derek Da Silva on newer tires. So this is not going to take very long for him to catch up to Derek. You can see there on the right side of your screen the battle for second place. You got Scott Healy right behind Daniel Ballard. But Ballard now down to about 3.5 seconds behind Derek Da Silva. So just a matter of time before he catches him, I believe, as long as we stay green. But David Duke back here in the 18, remember, he led a lot of this race. He is right on the tail of his teammate, Scott Healy. He wants back around. He wants a shot to go after Ballard. James Holzer continuing his drive up through the field. That is a pass for 8th position now. So again, started in 35th all the way up to 8th. And he's going to be working on 7th here really shortly. That's Cole Martin in front of him. Just so you can see kind of what he sees, this is the view from his cockpit. As he is inching closer and closer. Now, once he gets past Cole Martin here, he's going to be looking for Landon Lacey in that number 5 car in front of. Oh, he gets into the inside of the track there. But he gathers it right back up, and he is right back to raining. Derek Da Silva running into the pits now. And so that will hand the lead over to Daniel Ballard. Once again, Daniel Ballard, second most wins in Speed Racing Network history. So he definitely knows what he's doing out there, and he races in real life as well on some dirt. He's got a bunch of wins in the dirt cars as well. So just somebody that kind of eats, sleeps, dreams, breathes racing all the time. So, but here at Speed Racing Network, he is one of the best that we've got. And he is showing it right now. Now, right back behind him, you got Scott Healy, David Duke back there battling it out. Again, 2 teammates, but David Duke's going to go to the inside and take that position away. And so he is going to start tracking down Daniel Ballard for that lead. Oh, and Scott Healy's not going to let David Duke get away. So a couple teammates, sure, but they enjoy the racing out there. They want to be side by side, so there we go. Oh, David Duke's going to get a really good run down this stretch, and he's going to take that position back away. Now, while that all happened, Dean Brummett got up to the inside of Scott Healy. Now, they are teammates in the Cup Series, but here tonight, they are not teammates. So Dean Brummett wants that spot, and he will take it for Team Buddha. So now you got Team Buddha in 1st and 3rd. You've got Team Stimba in 2nd and 4th. In 5th and 7th, you've got Team Birdman. And in 6th place, you've got James Holzer for Silverback. So Silverback's got a lot of cars out there, but only 2 in the top 10 right now with James Holzer and Corey Saucer. Right now, Daniel Ballard trying to stretch this lead as much as he possibly can because he knows that David Duke is coming. But let's go back and take a look at Landon Lacey here. So not really sure what happened. They dropped him back so far. But he is kind of in an uncommon position right now for him. He is up in 5th position. He's been leading or in 2nd place pretty much all this race and last race as well. But he's going to have to do a little bit of work in order to move forward a little bit here. And here's a little race of Corey Saucier on the inside of Timothy Latham. And again, Timothy Latham, one of our best drivers in the Cup Series. Corey Saucier, one of our best drivers in the Truck Series. So series and series versus each other here. But Timothy Latham's going to get that position, that 9th position, and keep it away from Corey Saucier for the time being. Trying to see if we've got any closer action here. I think the closest on the track right now is Dean Brummett and Scott Healy. Again, teammates in real life, or in our Cup Series at least. And the number 10 and 11 pick going shot for shot here. While that's going on, Daniel Ballard still out front. Our number 6 pick and our number 18 pick, David Duke, out front as well in 2nd. Here comes Landon Lacey. It's about to get fun. Going 3 wide. Landon Lacey on the inside, and he is going to get a 2 for 1. He's going to take 2 spots away there. And that moves him all the way back up into 3rd position. So now he can start the hunt for David Duke and try to move back up into the top 2 if he can pass him. David Duke has cut that lead down to less than 1/4 of a second, so we're about to have a good one out there in the chat. Greg Olenek says that there's about to be a heck of a battle for the lead, and he is not lying. See what I did there? Jason Tripp, lying. Stemba, see what I did there? See? And David Duke for Team Stemba. Doing what he can to put some pressure on. Now these two actually race on the same team. It is in 2 different series, but they both race for R&D Motorsports. And so they know each other extremely well. Both very, very courteous, very, very clean drivers out there. But they're not going to hold anything back. And here we go. David Duke getting down to the inside. And he is going to take the lead away from Daniel Ballard. So now Daniel's got to figure out what he needs to do to keep up with David Duke until the next pit stop. Because if David gets too far away here, it's going to be all over. I don't know if Landon Lacey can track him down from a second behind, which is where he's at right now. So David Duke on a laptop that he bought just a couple of days ago from Best Buy because his actual computer busted. He didn't want to miss this race, bought that laptop just to be here tonight. This is a guy also who works all around the country. He drives all over the country, and everywhere he goes, he takes his racing rig with him. So he has actually figured out how to pack his racing rig in a way that he can put it up, take it down within a matter of minutes, tuck it in really, really well into his truck, and then he drives cross country. And anytime he gets to a hotel, he does iRacing anytime he's not working. So dedication. Thy name is David Duke, and he has got someone in his sights here. I believe that's going to be the number 45 of Cody Riggs in front of him. So trying to put someone a lap down here in the next few laps. You know, I said dedication about David Duke. Another guy that's got some dedication, Dean Brummett here for Team Buda. So Dean last season in the playoffs came down with COVID, actually had to go to the hospital. So it was really affecting him badly. Went into the hospital. We were in the middle of the playoffs, and in that type of playoff system, if you missed the race, you would have been out of the playoffs completely. So he had his brother come up there with a wheel, with a laptop, and he raced in the hospital and ended up making it into the next round of the playoffs and ended up eventually making it into the finals of the playoffs. And that's why we call him the COVID Crusader. He did not let COVID get him down. But anytime you hear a story like that where, man, you're just going to race from your hospital bed, I mean, that is just unreal. And so I know speaking to him right after that race, he was completely drained. Scott Kalal, again, picked 22nd, came in second last night in his qualifying race. Right now, he's back there in 12th, but still a great run for somebody that was picked 22nd. But maybe even a better run back here. Take a look at Kevin Winker. Kevin Winker, he was 57th pick off the board. There were only 59 picks. He was the 57th pick off the board, and here he is in 16th position in this race. So he's in the top half of the field, and he was picked way back in the back. I believe he was my last pick of the draft. And so, hey, great picking, Sean Griffith. Way to go, buddy. Up front, Landon Lacey, Daniel Bowler going side by side. Landon Lacey's going to get that position. So Bowler falling back to third after leading a bunch of laps there. But now David Duke, Landon Lacey, they're going to get to go at it one more time. As Landon just kind of pulls away from Daniel Bowler. Going back a little ways, Corey Saucier in the number 16. Looking and checking out and see if he wants to make a move on Cole Martin here. These two race against each other in the Truck Series, so they know each other pretty well. Right now, Corey, it looks like he's just content to just kind of hang out back there. Oh, as they both get into the wall a little bit. Corey's going to get down to the inside. Let's see if he can make this pass. And he will. So Corey Saucier moves up into 8th position. Getting a little bit of benefit from the wall there. Cole doesn't want to let him go too far right now. We'll come back and look at this race here in just a second. Let's go back and check on another one of our truck drivers. Another one of the best ones we've got. Michael Madden back here. He is in 22nd right now, so having a little bit of struggles back here. Just trying to work his way through, but I'm telling you, in the Truck Series, there is none better. He is absolutely phenomenal. And so that's why we kind of wanted to do the ARCA cars. Is it was kind of outside of most drivers' wheelhouses. So this is not a car that a lot of people drive, apparently, unless your name is Landon Lacey, David Duke, or Kyle Spies. So working our way right back up front. Let's take a look at David Duke. You can see Landon Lacey has cut that time down. You can see that time is getting smaller and smaller. Back 5 laps ago, it was 1.6 seconds. Now it's down to half a second. So Landon Lacey is really putting it on right now. We will see if that gap closes as they're going to come around to the start-finish line. It looks like Lacey's getting even closer. So I don't think it'll be more than a couple more laps before we get a really good race. And as they cross the line, yeah, that lead has shrunk all the way down to less than a quarter of a second. So it is about to get fun here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the closest race on the track right now, so we are going to stick with it. We're going to have some lap traffic up in front of them too, so that might play a little bit of a role. Again, that's Cody Riggs up there. Landon Lacey getting down to the inside, and he is likely going to take this position in this turn. I just don't know if anybody has an answer for Landon Lacey tonight. He's going to get that position and make it clean. Oh, and David Duke into the wall. Huge hit there. He's still going, and that's something we saw last night was these cars can really take a beating. I know Jason Tripp, one of our admins, actually the president of the league, he was involved in probably 6 wrecks last night, and his car was still going at full speed. So these cars are absolute tanks. But Landon Lacey now with a 0.4 of a second lead on David Duke. So he got out there, and David made that little bit of a mistake, and now Landon is going to take advantage and start to pull away. Back a little further, Kyle Spies. He's looking at his teammate Gregory Joyner right in front of him, but he's thinking of a car in front of him as well. So looks like, that's the number 33, Chris Massey. He's actually a lap down, so, or at least I believe he is. Yeah, he's Chris Massey is down a little ways. So that is not for position, but the 3 and the 14 are racing for a position up there. So checking back up front, Landon Lacey pulling away even more, so almost half a second now. Timothy Latham already diving into the pits. This could potentially be the last pit stop. So these cars could go about 25 to 27 laps under green. So it is going to be super close, and I think maybe Latham might have the idea here of let's try to make this thing go all the way. Oh, we've got a caution. Oh, let's see where that was. Oh, it's Justin Boyles. Turn backwards on the track. And so you're going to see everybody pit here, but that may give an advantage to Timothy Latham since he's already pitted and he's going to get out there. So, man, that might put a new leader up front. Let's go to a rec replay brought to you by Sandwich Man Racing and Sports Memorabilia. Once again, find them on Shopify. Go out and take a look at their Lunchbox special where they have all sorts of die-cast models all for one price. And so if you are a collector or if you even enjoy NASCAR or have a friend that does enjoy NASCAR, go to Shopify, find Sandwich Man, and get some good stuff. Justin Boyles trying to, I'm not sure if he was trying to pit there or if he just came off the corner really loose. It looks like he just came off really, really loose. But a single car crash there. Yeah, I think he just got super loose off that corner. And he is lucky to keep that thing off the wall. So great driving by Justin Boyles there. So we're going to see everybody dive into the pits here shortly as pace cars leading around Landon Lacey, David Duke. Now keep in mind, Timothy Latham, he was already in the pits when that occurred. So if everyone pits the way I believe they will, Timothy Latham might come out the leader. And now with the caution lap, that means a little bit less fuel being burned here. So I think that Timothy Latham might be able to go all the way. We're going to let everybody that wants to get into the pits here, and then we're going to try to talk to Timothy Latham and see what he thinks. As he is coming around, you can see all these cars diving into the pits, and everybody needed to. Everybody was at the end of their fuel run and tire run. But Timothy Latham looks like he is going to be able to come around and take this lead. And so let's see if we can get Timothy Latham up here into the chat. Timothy Latham, Sean Griffith up in the booth. Buddy, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Man, tell me about what just happened there. I saw you dive into the pits, maybe a little bit of an early pit, trying to get right into your window there, and then all of a sudden Boyles goes around. So is this major advantage for you?
I mean, it seems like it, yeah. We were the first ones to come down. I think we were the only ones to come down at that time. And, I was just trying to short pit and making some time on those guys. And as soon as I went down pit road, he started spinning out. He said he was going around. I figured that would give me the lead. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, see, now that you're up here in the lead, and of course you were the second pick of the draft, is there any more pressure on you to bring this thing home as the second pick?
There's always pressure, especially when you're one of the top guys in the league, But we'll just try to keep our head down and move forward, and try to get this win here tonight.
Well, man, we really love watching you out there driving. I told everybody in the broadcast a little bit earlier that last night was the first night that I've actually been on a racetrack with you, and you were fast. It was stupid how fast you were. So
yeah, it was fun. I got into a bad spot in the qualifier race, and eventually made my way up to fourth so we could get our team 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was good. But I want to finish better than that tonight.
Well, man, congratulations on a great race. Great season so far. Can't wait to see what you do for the rest of this season, and get out there and finish this thing off, man.
All righty, appreciate it.
All right. Big moment there for Timothy Latham where gets down into the pits just on his regular cycle and ends up working out really, really well for him. Let's see who else we can talk to out there. I'm trying to find. A lot of the guys are not in our regular Discord channels here tonight, so you know what? Let's see if we can't get Adam Pettit up here. So Adam, one of our admins in our leagues here. So Adam Pettit, Sean Griffith up in the booth, buddy. How's it going?
Pretty dismal.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know we're one degree here, but we'll make this quick. What do you see going on for the rest of the race here?
It's about to get wild, just like the start was.
All right, man. Well, keep it up out there. Hey, man, it has been a fun season with you as an admin. Really, really hope to see you out on the track a little bit more. But I understand you have a baby coming as well, so congratulations on that.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
All right. Well, happy Mother's Day to your wife, Brooklyn. And we'll get you right back down to your team, buddy. Have a great race.
Awesome. Thanks, Sean.
All right. Adam Pettit and his wife, Brooklyn, expecting. And yeah, it's a boy. And it's a boy, too. So, hey, that's amazing. I actually thought that he was going to be a girl dad, but he is going to be a boy dad. So congratulations to him. Now his number one pick, his first round pick, Jovi Sakiped, up there on the outside of the front row, side by side with Timothy Latham as the pace car dives off. Timothy Latham is going to get this restart. And now that everybody is bunched back up, Pettit seems to think that it is going to get crazy. Jovi's going to get that second spot. Daniel Bowler back there in third on fresh tires now. Landon Lacey got back into fifth once again. Now, David Duke all the way back in 14th position now. So we're going to have to see what he can do to move up in here. What do we have going on back here? Kyle Spees. He's turned. Still green, though. And Timothy Latham pulling away a little bit. Daniel Bowler in second position. We're going to look at this cluster right here. Look at all these single-digit cars. All these cars were picked in the top 10 of the draft. There are 6 of them lined up. And so, man, the cream really does rise to the top. They're just trying to still get it sorted out a little bit. James Holzer up here in 5th. Started off in 35th position, moved all the way up. Huge move for him. Oh, gets a little loose there with Landon Lacey on his bumper. Woo. What a race we got going on tonight. Landon Lacey in 6th right now, but again, he's led most of this race, so he is not going to go down without a fight. 22 laps here to go. Kevin Winker, the number 57 pick, all the way up in 16th now. So he is really, really rolling. Looks like Danny Setzer, yellow flag. So something happened back here with Danny Setzer, I do believe. So we're going to go back into another rec replay brought to you by Sandwich Man Racing and Sports Memorabilia. And it looks like he just got down to the inside of the track into the – oh, he got into the wall. That's what happened. Okay. So we're going to show this to everybody here. Now, as you're coming around, if you don't hit your angles perfectly here at Indianapolis, it is really easy to get up into the wall just like that. He comes down. He gets into, I believe, that's the 48. That might be Sean Kosher. And Setzer kind of just gets turning. And that will bring out the caution. So just as Adam Pettit predicted, we are right back under caution once again as team captain Danny Setzer puts it into the wall. And you know what? We're going to see if we can't get Captain Danny Setzer up here. Let's see if we can't get Captain Danny Setzer up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Danny Setzer, Sean Griffith, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, doing good, man. How are you, Sean?
Doing good, man. Yeah, we saw that that tap into the wall. Man, these cars can be a handful.
Yeah, it gets worse in traffic. I've hit the wall a couple times tonight and, got right back out of it. But when you're in traffic and it seems like you get sucked into that wall, it just grabs you and throws you back into it a couple more times. It's a great feeling.
Well, man, we had Adam Pettit up here just a few minutes ago, and he said that he thinks there's going to be a lot more cautions before the end of this thing. What do you think?
I feel the same. It's happened in every series this year. Cautions breed cautions. We had too good of a green flag run there for us not to have 3 or 4 of them here at the end. So I don't think we're done with the cautions yet, Sean.
All right, man. Well, I'm going to let you get right back to it. But, man, great season in the Truck Series. Great job adminning that series. Great job up in the Cup Series on your own. It's been fun, buddy, so keep it up.
Thanks, man. I'm out here. Just took my fast repair, so I got a brand new race car. I'm going to see what I can do.
Ooh, go get them.
Thanks, buddy.
So Danny Setzer, Truck Series admin, he's back there in 25th, so he's got a long way to go. But like he said, he just uses fast repair, so he gets that brand new car, and not a bad spot to have that in here with 20 laps to go. But Timothy Latham, his car looks brand new also. He is up front and doing this thing. Let's see who else we can get. Let's get James Holzer up here from Team Silverback. James Holzer, this is Sean up in the booth. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good. How's it going?
Man, team leader for Team Silverback up here in 5th position. Started off in 35th. What a run.
Yeah, we're hauling the mail. I forgot to qualify. I was running my lap, and there was like a minute left, and I said, I'm not even going to get it in. So started from the back and worked our way up through, and the last run there before we got the caution, it was under green. We had a real hard time passing Scott Healy and burn our right rear up. So it was really good that we got that caution because it got to bunch the whole field back up. But definitely a lot of time left, and only got 4 more spots to gain here after gaining 30, so I think it's possible. Try to do it for you, John.
Hey, you got your first win in Speed Racing Network at Talladega a couple weeks ago. You think you can get your second here tonight?
I think we got a chance. Really like the ARCA cars. Setup's a little tight, but I really like where we're sitting at right now, and got a fast repair left and a lot of racing left. So I think we got a shot to bring it home for you, Sean.
All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to let you get back to it. Congratulations on a great season, and keep it up.
Thank you.
All right, James Holzer, our biggest mover by far here tonight, up 30 positions. And so another big mover out there, we'll take a look at him really quick. Here in the number 17 car, that is Ryan Ducombe. Now, Ryan was picked 17th, obviously, by his number there, but he came in 22nd in the race last night, but the 2 admins finished in front of him, so we took the top 20 non-admin drivers, and so he was one of the last, if not the last driver in this week, and so here he is up here in 11th position. So he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder that he was so far back in that race, but now he's up pushing towards the front. But now we got some fun going on. 19 laps to go. It'll be 18 at the stripe. Pace car is going to dive off. We've got a bunch of Chevy Impalas about to take off. We got Timothy Latham on the inside. He's got control. And Daniel Ballard gets a good restart there. Doesn't let him get too far out. But that inside line is starting to push. Joby Sagipet into 4. Oh, it's going to get really hairy in there because we might go 3 wide shortly with James Holzer trying to get to the inside of Joby Sagipet. Can't quite do it. That 9 car is working, though. Oh, we got the 7 up into the wall. Oh, and there goes Joby. And, we are definitely getting a caution. Oh, huge hits. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we saw them go almost 3 wide there for a little while, and then that just kind of gets you out of your zone. Let's go back to a rec replay to see exactly how that happened, but we pretty much saw that live. It was just a lot of good, hard racing. But Sandwich Man Racing and Sports Memorabilia on Shopify showing it all to us here, and it looks like Joby just barely got out to the 7, and then he might have gotten tapped from behind by James Holzer there. Ooh, big hit. Let's go back and see that again. Yeah, he may have gotten a little bit of help there. And that was Kyle Spees in the 3, the blue car that came across and just plowed into him there. Let's see if we can't get an onboard of Kyle Spees here. And just nowhere for you to go. Oh, it looks like Kyle got tapped right before he got to that car. And that will completely ruin his night. Oh, big hit. So we're going to keep this thing going under caution here with our 5th caution of the race. Out there in the chat, Tyler Werner is saying, wow, that damage model. Yeah, you're not kidding, man. That looked a lot worse. But and then Greg Olenek saying Joby is dead. And yeah, Joby is severely hurt there, and he is going to be in the pits. He had to take a tow, so his race is pretty much over. Landon Lacey faking like he is going to go into the pits. Nobody bought the fake. So everybody stays out on the track. They are basically going to go with what they got. Let's see if we can't find anyone else here. Let's see who else we can talk to down here. Tell you what, let's go up to Devin Zimmerman. And Devin Zimmerman, hey, this is Sean up in the booth, buddy. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going, Sean?
Man, it is good. It is good. I know being the 40th pick, I know you probably had a little bit of a chip on your shoulder there. How's it looking tonight?
It was doing fine. Qualified good, got 10th. Thought I could definitely stay in the top 10, right around a little bit, maybe challenge at the end with maybe pulling a good strategy or something like that. And yeah, it was kind of ruined early, and then I've been fighting my way back. Yeah, I mean, just trying to play a different strategy here. I kind of pitted off cycle and trying to see if it works out for me.
Well, everybody out there in YouTube, you may not know this, but Devin Zimmerman actually races for a different race team than just Tank Racing. Tell us who you race for, Devin.
Oh yeah, so I'm racing for the Air Force Gaming League motorsports team. So we actually are representing the Air Force tomorrow night in the E-Racing Association race that is hosted by Jesse Owuji. And they'll be racing at COTA. So I'll be in that tomorrow night as part of the official Air Force gaming team car. We got some pretty cool paint schemes for that one. We're in a squadron of F-16 Thunderbirds.
Man, that is awesome. Everybody get out there, check out Devin Zimmerman's stream of these races. So one of our active duty Air Force men, and we really, really appreciate him in all of his service. Also racing for JDRF for diabetes research as well. So
that's correct. Yeah, pretty much half of whatever I make in SRN this season is going to be donated at the end of the season to Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. My son is type 1 diabetic, was diagnosed in September, and I mean, we want to find a cure for this thing. It's not fun, and it kind of limits, but we're making the best of it, and he still does everything he wants to do. It's just he has to do it with insulin pump.
All right, buddy. Well, we appreciate everything you do. Get back out there and move up a little bit further, all right?
I'm going to try.
All right, buddy. Have a great night.
Thanks, Sean.
Devin Zimmerman, just class human being, man. So we really love having him in this league and everything that he brings, not just as far as the Air Force is concerned, but also for the research for diabetes, and just a good dude all around. So really good causes for him, and that's kind of some of the things we do here at Speed Racing Network. We love dealing with good causes. All right, up front, Timothy Latham. So 15 to go. We're about to come to 14 to go. Everybody kind of on oldish tires here, so they've got about 10 laps on them right now, but they're about to get older as the pace car will dive off. And I'm being told to take a look at Robert Yost's in-car, and we'll do that if we get another caution. We'll take a look at his in-car from the last caution so we can see exactly what was going on there. But Timothy Latham has our restart. He takes off, gets a good jump on Daniel Bowdler. And Daniel will tuck into second position. Cole Martin there on the inside in the 7. Landon Lacey, who again led a lot of this race, has moved his way all the way back up in the 4th. So he is not quite finished yet. Timothy Latham, Daniel Bowdler, it's getting closer out there. Back a little further, we got Landon Lacey side by side with Scott Healy. James Holzer going down. Scott Healy with a huge block. Holzer moves back down to the bottom again. Big racing here. Holzer gets down to the inside of Healy. And we're going to see if he can clear him this time around and continue his move forward. And Healy all up into the wall. So James Holzer moves up into the top 5 now with a huge move. Playing a little bit of cat and mouse there. Landon Lacey just moved into 3rd, passing Cole Martin. It may have started off slow, ladies and gentlemen, but now we are getting pumped up. Looking back, Brett Tucker up here in the 12 car. He's up in 7th position, trying to pass Dean Brummett on the inside for 6th. So out there, April Post, always watching our races. April, thank you for being here. And we are checking out Rhett here. He's going to drop back a little ways to 9th as David Duke passes him, but he's just kind of biding his time out there. Rhett, really, really good driver. We love having him in this series. I believe he's got 4 wins on the season, if I remember correctly. So definitely very talented driver. We've got wrecking. We got a lot of wrecking. Huge wrecking going on. These cars just trying to get around everybody, and they're still looping around. Mike Mosby. Big, huge hit. And so we're going to get a wreck replay here. Let's see who all was involved in this one. This is kind of towards mid to back pack here. And again, these replays brought to you by Sandwich Man Racing Sports Memorabilia. Go to Shopify and buy those incredible figures, those incredible die-cast models that they have there. They also have some other memorabilia as well. So we're going to see exactly what happened here. Looks like Madden may have gotten a little loose there, but I'm not sure he's the one. Oh, yeah, he got turned. Woo! Greg Joyner got into the back of him, and just one car going faster than the other car, and just kind of got to the back of him. I don't think that Greg Joyner is the type that is going to do that on purpose, obviously, but let's go back and look at that again. I'm not really sure what kind of caused that, but man, Michael Madden went for a ride there. From his cockpit here, yeah, he just all of a sudden is turning right and all over the place. Ooh. You know, I promised a little bit earlier that we would hit Robert Yost's in-car on that previous wreck. Let's take a look at that. So this is the previous caution. You can see the smoke going everywhere. Cars coming across the track. Oh, and he makes it through it. Great piece of driving there by Rob Yost. But going back to this other wreck here, take a look at it from Bo Tiffany's point of view. You've already got Michael Madden up into the wall, and he gets it slowed down enough that he can make it through. Yeah, woo, makes it through there. But I think I saw Justin Boyle's wreck down there as well. Let's see what happened from his point of view. Oh yeah. He goes for a spin cycle there. So a lot of nights ruined there. As we go back live, Mike Mosby, big, huge hit there. He had to take a toe back, so. Out there in the chat, Greg Olenek saying bad angle into the turn, and that's what I was saying a little bit earlier. If you get the wrong angle, or someone else beside you gets the wrong angle, then it's just going to get you way out of shape. This is one of those tracks where, while turns 1 and 3 are basically identical, turns 2 and 4 are basically identical. If you come in a little bit shallow on those, then you might end up into the wall. If you come in a little bit further, then you're going to actually spin the car out. So you really have to be precise there. Timothy Latham looking at it and saying, nah, I'm not going to pit. We're not going to do that right now. All right, let's see who we have not spoken with. You know what? Let's go back here a little ways. Let's get Chris Massey up here. So Chris Massey, hey buddy, this is Sean up in the booth, man. How's it going?
Hey buddy, how you doing today?
Man, I am doing good. I just haven't talked to you in a little while here. So you're up here in 21st, one of my picks, and a captain of a really great race team in Bronco Motorsports. So, man, tell me how it's going out there tonight.
I tell you, I feel like I got a pretty good car, but I accidentally got a little wild getting on the pit road and ended up getting a reckless entry, I guess. So I had to go a lap down and drive my way back up to the field, and then luckily the cautions played into my hands. So see if I can't pick off a few positions in the last 9 laps.
Yeah, man. I mean, I know you've had kind of sort of a down year this year, but I remember last season you were just incredible, especially at Indianapolis, where you finished in a top 10. So is it that you like this track, or what is it?
It's actually one of the tracks that I usually tell people I don't like, because I feel like I struggle here, but then every time I get in a race, somehow I just put it together. So, I mean, I don't know.
Well, man, get back out there and put it together, buddy. We'll see you at the finish, all right?
Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. All right, they're lined up 2 by 2. I think we're about to get back going here shortly. 10 laps to go. And still a bunch of big guns here at the front of the pack. So it is anybody's race. David Duke, who had kind of fallen back into the teens, now he is back up in 7th position, so he still has a shot at this thing as well. So Timothy Latham, one of the toughest guys to pass on any track, is our leader. And he is going to get a good jump. Landon Lacey trying to get a good jump as well, but Daniel Bowler's going to get that 2nd position. And Landon Lacey is going to get third. He's going to get around Cole Martin there, who is in fourth. And we got another yellow. We got some wrecking. Oh, wow. So that's Cody Riggs and Devin Zimmerman there. So, and those might have been the only two involved in that wreck, but that will bring out our 7th caution of the evening. And Cody Riggs is definitely hurt. That car is front wheels not moving. That's not usually a good sign. So let's go back and take a look and see what happened here. And then I'll tell you a quick story about Cody Riggs here in a second. That's one of the reasons I really just enjoy watching him race is because he enjoys racing so much. And so it looks like Cody just kind of got down into the grass just a little bit, which kind of got him slowed down, slowed everybody else down as well. The 33 got into him a little bit. So Chris Massey, who we just talked to, got to the back of him a little bit. But, I mean, yeah, that's just a result of, Cody getting it down to the grass right there. So, and I'm not sure if that was just Cody getting down to the grass or maybe there was a touch there between him and Chris Massey. But Devin Zimmerman up on his top there for a little while. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, nowhere to go, and Devin Zimmerman on his lid. But gets it flipped right back over. Seriously, these ARCA cars, he could probably still keep going. Let's jump back out there. And, yeah, Cody Riggs, that might be the end of his night here tonight. But these laps are just kind of ticking off. And, let's see who else we can get up in the chat here with us. Ooh, let's do this one. This one's going to be fun. This is Danny Dow. Hey, Danny Dow. Sean Griffith up in the booth, buddy. How's it going?
What's happening, buddy?
Man, I am just having a great time just watching you drive out there. We kind of made fun of it a little bit in the draft that, you were on you were on Team SRN last season, then you moved to Rev Racing, then you moved back to Team SRN, and now the captain of Rev Racing picked you up again in this draft. So why does everybody love you so much, Danny?
It's definitely not my own track performance, I can tell you that.
Now, everybody that knows Speed Racing Network knows that is not true at all. Danny was our Season 1 Mid-South Madness champion and ended up winning that last race at Bristol, which, man, when you have one race to go, Danny Dow is the guy that I'd put in that car.
Man, I tell you, it's been something today. I feel like the most mediocre guy here. I've been running 10th to 14th all day long, and I do mean all day. I can't catch a break here. But we're going to pull these seatbelts down tight and give her hell one last time here, I hope.
Man, you just never know what's going to happen in Indianapolis or in Speed Racing Network. And, man, even better, we're going to throw the ARCA cars at you. So just have fun.
That's right.
It's all you can do, man, is have a great time out there. But enjoy having you out here, buddy. So what do you think is going to happen the rest of this race?
Man, I still think we're going to see another caution or two. It's going to be really interesting on the white flag lap with the blocking that's going to happen up front.
Well, man, that might give you the opening you need. So get out there, find that opening, buddy. So good luck the rest of the way.
10-4, I appreciate it.
All right. We'll drop him right back down into his channel there. Again, always good to talk to Danny Dow, our Season 1 Mid-South Madness champion. And so a little bit earlier I said I was going to tell a little story about Cody Riggs. So I watched Cody Riggs live stream when he was at Darlington, and when he did he came in 14th in that race, and he was so excited about that finish that he was kind of breathless. He said, oh my gosh, I finished 14th. And that's when I knew that I liked Cody Riggs, because there was a lot of wrecking in that race, especially towards the end. That was a race that Michael Madden got into a big wreck after he had won 2 straight races, and so Madden obviously wasn't happy with that performance. I believe he kind of got turned a little bit in that race. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. But I remember that Cody was so happy that he came in 14th, and really one of those attitudes that you really want to build a team around. So Cody Riggs, just a really, really great guy, but unfortunately I believe his day is over. He's still sitting in the pits from a couple of cautions ago. All right. We're going to come to 5 laps to go, and just like Danny Dow said, there may be some more cautions coming, and I think everybody's kind of expecting that. Adam Pettit said the same thing as well. Still the biggest mover of the race here tonight, James Holzer, up here in 6th position, so he still has a shot at it. But we've got some money on the line up front, so $50 for first place, $25 for second. Timothy Latham, Daniel Ballard going to try it again. Landon Lacey back there in 3rd, just waiting. Timothy Latham gets that jump. And still, I think Daniel Ballard is going to get that 2nd position. Oh, already wrecking behind. And that's Danny Dow himself. So we were just talking to him, and now involved in that caution. Not sure he wanted to be involved in that caution that he predicted, but we're going to go back and find out exactly what happened there with another Sandwich Man Racing and Sports Memorabilia Rec replay. Right on the start, and I'll tell you, it was him and the number 22 of Scott Kalal. And just on this restart, you'll see the bunch up, and Danny Dow down on the inside, or actually he was on the outside. He came down into the inside. Scott Kalal was right there, and that just started it. So. Oh, a lot of spinning going on. I believe that was Derek De Silva in the 43 that was involved in that spinning as well. I think Adam Pettit may have been involved in this wreck also, so we'll take a look at that here shortly. Oh, big hit. Adam Pettit in the 94. Oh, yeah, just nowhere to go for Adam Pettit. So that might be it for him as well. So I'm not sure if he has a fast repair or not. So some big hits happening, and we are, I believe, going to have our first green-white checker. I'm not sure. We'll double check on that. Oh, but yeah, we've still got cars blowing up on there on the track, so from all that damage. But Timothy Latham, if he keeps getting these restarts like he has been, nobody's going to catch him the rest of this race. So he is perfectly fine with these going under caution. Not to mention, remember, he pitted on lap 48, so he was going to have to stretch that fuel. And I think all the cautions that have happened lately, I think he's going to have that fuel plenty, unless we go green-white checker a few times. So if we go green-white checker a few times, that might be an issue for Timothy Latham. You know what? Let's ask him. Let's pull him up into the booth. Hey, Timothy Latham, Sean Griffith again up in the booth, buddy. How's it going?
Going pretty good.
All right. Are you liking these cautions or no?
Yes, actually, because track position is key. So I'm loving it.
So tell me about the fuel. Because I know you came in on lap 48. I know it's about a 25 to 27 lap run, but we've had a lot of caution laps. Are you good?
Oh yeah, we've all these caution laps. We would have been good anyway because we were saving under that caution after we pit. But yeah, we're gonna be good. We'll have like 11 laps. So even if we get green white checkers.
All right. Any secrets you want to tell us about the restart coming up?
Really no secrets. I'm gonna go when I go and hope for the best.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck the rest of the way, man.
All right, appreciate it.
Not telling any secrets at all, and that's the way it should be, honestly. So keeping it a little bit close to the vest. Let's see. Are we already doubling up? We're not doubling up just yet. Let's see if I can get Ryan Ducommun in here really, really fast. I don't actually see Ryan Ducombe out there, so we won't get him up here in the chat. But I believe we're about to go one to go anyway, and we will let them kind of get everything all situated. And so I do not believe this will be the first green-white checker because we are coming to... Oh, yeah, it is the first green-white checker. I apologize. So this will be the first green-white checker as we come back around this last pace lap. And so basically with green-white checker, if you can make it all the way back around and get the white flag, the next flag ends the race. So that is what Timothy Latham is looking for, is to get all the way back around without another yellow coming out. So yeah, lots of damage happening in the latter parts of this race. We'll see if we can't get a clean finish here. So Timothy Latham in first, Daniel Bowler second, Landon Lacey third, Dean Brummett back there in fourth, Cole Martin in fifth, Scott Healy sixth, James Holzer seventh. And so out of those top 7, 6 of them were top 10 picks. Dean Brummett, the only pick outside the top 10, and honestly, I think that may have been a mistake by all 14 captains. So he's been, like I said, one of the most consistent drivers out there, and he is third in all-time wins in Speed Racing Network history. So he has certainly proven himself to be worthy of a top 10 pick. So, you know, just bad move by all 4 captains, honestly, but Team Buddha got lucky and picked him up at 11. Trying to go back through and see if we see any major surprises. Ryan Ducombe, just talked about him a second ago. He is going to be starting in the 10th position. He's up 26 spots on the night. So he and his teammate James Holtz are really running through this field. Timothy Latham gets another good start. We are going to see if we can't get a clean finish out of this, but these guys are racing super hard for it. Landon Lacey going down to the inside. He and Daniel Bowler get together. Daniel Bowler gets out to the outside. We are under caution. Daniel Bowler into the wall, but that was not the caution. The caution was further back. Looks like Aaron Gerwitz involved. Looks like Ryan Ducombe involved. Woo. So a lot of stuff going on up at the front, but also a lot of stuff going on a little bit further back as we go to another Sandwich Man Racing and Sports Memorabilia Rec Replay. And this is just, remember Ryan Ducombe started in 10th, gets out to the outside here a little bit. And he is just right up on the back bumper here of the 12. That's Rhett Tucker. Oh, and they just got to get into each other. I'll tell you that when, ooh, big hit from the 52. That's James Kerr. Huge hit there. I'll tell you, when you get into a corner here at Indianapolis, everybody has different break points. And because everybody has different break points, if somebody breaks just a little bit early, it's really tough to lay off of them. And so I think that may have been what happened there. So not putting any blame on that. I mean, it's just, it looked like kind of a square hit there, but not really sure if that was a breaking point issue or what. So out there in the chat, Andrew Harris saying that every time I say someone's name, they're in the next crash. So I have a huge broadcaster's curse. Yeah, you're not lying, man. It's I've kind of noticed that every interview that I've had, with the exception of Timothy Latham, has been some damage afterwards. So I apologize for everybody that I interview. So we're going to have our second green-white checker finish. But Andrew, thanks for being out here, man. We appreciate you being here as well. One of our great truck drivers out there. So I don't think he was able to make the All-Star race because of some prior engagements. So would have loved to have seen him out here on the track. I think he would have been top 10 easily. Well, let's see who else we can give the broadcaster's curse here to. So let's look and see who we got out here. We tried to get David Duke a little bit earlier and it didn't work. Maybe we can try again. Let's see if we can try this one more time here. Hey, David Duke, Sean Griffith up in the booth. How's it going, man? Nope, he is just not talking to me, I don't think, and I think for good reason. So we'll let him get right back to it. I think he may have found the way around the broadcaster's curse. Just don't talk to the broadcaster. Tell you what, we're just going to let them have some silence out there. I know it's kind of nerve-wracking in these final few laps, so we'll just allow them to keep it going out there. Now, Landon Lacey made a pass on Daniel Ballard, and you know what? Let's do that. We did not take a look and see what happened there with Daniel Ballard, so we will take a look at that. So he and Landon Lacey side by side, and Ballard just gets a little tap out there into the wall, and that's all it takes to get out there into the wall. And now these cars, you saw that he was just on the wall, on the wall, on the wall, on the wall. These cars, when you get out into the wall like that, that wall will kind of suck you into it, and it'll just cause more and more damage. So one of the complaints this week about this car is that if you barely touch that wall, it is all over. So really, really rough on that. So out there in the chat, I'm having somebody tell me to try Scott Healy. Let me see if they've still got any laps left here. No, we're on that last lap to green. So Kayla, if we have another caution, then I'll try to get Scott Healy in here. So I apologize for not being able to jump on that, but try not to interview them with one lap to go. But where he's sitting right now, he's sitting up in 6th place in that number 10 car. So we might get a podium interview out of him anyway. So we'll just have to wait and see on that one. So this is green-white checker number 2. Or is this 3? Actually, no, I'm sorry. This is 3. So if there is another caution here, I believe our race is over. So that's one thing we don't want. We don't want this thing to end under caution. We'd rather see a nice green flag finish. So I'm being told by race admin that this is green-white checker number 2. So still have some time here. But pace car will jump off the track. And now Landon Lacey's on the outside of that front row. So let's see if he can track down Timothy Latham on this restart. Latham gets a good jump. Landon Lacey on the outside. Dean Brummett gets a good jump there in 3rd. He's got to be on the inside of Landon Lacey. Dean Brummett's going to try to take that 2nd position away. Landon holding strong there on the outside. Not sure how long he's going to be able to do that. Holzer, they're in 4th position now. Again, started in 35th all the way up to 4th. Huge run by him tonight. Now Dean Brummett not able to get up to Landon Lacey, but now he's kind of trapped Holzer up against that wall. So Holzer's kind of stuck on the outside. He's going to have to let Dean Brummett in. And here we go, coming to the white flag. Here at the, oh no, we might, I'm not sure if that's going to bring it on or not. Yo, it is the final lap, so we got to the white flag, so this is the final lap. And there is wrecking going on down there, so we just got to keep on moving here. So Timothy Latham out front, Landon Lacey trying desperately to track him down. I'm not sure he's going to have the horses to do it. James Holzer up in 3rd with the biggest run of the night. Dean Brummett, who had a good restart there, drops back to 4th. And unless something happens here, Timothy Latham's going to bring this puppy home. Timothy Latham coming around turn 4. Landon Lacey's going to try to get as big of a run as he possibly can, but it is not going to be enough as, Lacey gets into the wall just a hair. Timothy Latham bringing it home, winning the Speed Racing Network 2021 All-Star Race here at Indianapolis. Great race by everybody out there. Man, that is a lot of fun in these ARCA cars. I know we race in the trucks and in the Xfinity and in the Cup cars. These ARCA cars have proven to be really, really a great time. So Timothy's going to get a little bit of congratulations from Landon Lacey. I'm not sure he tried to do that much of a congratulations. And then also Holzer gives him a little tap to congratulate him, as he is going to come around. And let's see if he can do a burnout in these cars. So Latham, it looks like his spoiler is down on the wall, or his splitter is down on the surface. There you go. So gets a good donut there. Great race out there by and we've got some extracurriculars at the end. Oh, wow. Some major damage there. Not even sure who that was that came flying in like that. But Timothy Latham going to run it all the way around the track. And that pretty much looks like his team captain, Jason Tripp, out there on the track, just kind of sliding around all over the place. All right, we are going to try to pull the results up, but I'm not sure it's going to allow me to do that here tonight. I know we've had a little bit of difficulty with it. So instead, we'll just pull up the results there on the left side. So unofficially, of course, Timothy Latham in first place for Team Stemba. You got Landon Lacey in second, James Holzer in third for Team Silverback. Then you got 3 Team Stembas. You got David Duke, who led some of this race here, Scott Healy, Cole Martin in 4th, 5th, and 6th, respectively. Greg Joyner is the first one of Team Buddha on the board, so he finished in 7th. Adam Pettit, Captain Adam Pettit, up in 8th with a nice top 10 from him. Jason Kratke in 9th for Team Buddha. Then you've got Emerson Ardon rounding out your top 10 for Team Birdman. Then you have Danny Dow, Bo Tiffany also for Team Birdman in 11th and 12th. Daniel Bowler, who had the lead there for a little while, had a good run and just kind of got up into the wall and got, I'm not sure if he got put up there or if he just got up in there, just a little tap, but up in 13th place there. And then it is all Silverback for the next 6 drivers. So Sean Kosher, Rob Yost, Brandon Domain, who we didn't even talk about all night long, Kevin Winker, Aaron Gerwitz, Chris Massey in 14th through 19th, and then finally Dean Brummett rounding out your top 20. Whew, what a race that was, and let's see if we can't get down there and get a few little interviews going on. Let's see if I can't get James Holzer up here into the broadcast booth. James Holzer, Sean up in the booth. Buddy, how's it going?
It's going good, Sean. How are you?
Man, from 35th place all the way up to 3rd place, a 32-spot jump. Definitely the biggest of the night. How did you do it?
I was just really patient at the beginning and saved my tires and then made the passes as the green flag runs went on. And then we just had too many cautions at the end and kept getting shuffled on the restarts just because, we couldn't make it far enough to advance really or show what we had at that point. And, we were just moving back and forth between me, Dean, and Scott Healy. And I don't know, it was pretty good, tight racing for the most part. Some aggressive moves, but it's an all-star race, so of course you're going to obviously try to advance position as good as possible. Really apologize to Jovi, as I got to go back and watch still. I don't even know what happened with us. I knew I checked up in 2 because we were going to be 3 wide, and I didn't want to do that, so I lifted and
gave them the lane, and then I had to run back out again, even with the tighter corner, and I was there, I know, and I don't know if he drifted down, but I heard a car crunch the wall, and it wasn't him that crunched the wall, and then he came across my nose. So I don't know if we just like linked bumpers on a net code, or I don't know. Like I said, I haven't gotten back that far yet to rewatch, but overall it was a pretty good race. It was my mistake not to qualify, as I was trying to, and I went out on the track and I actually scraped the wall on my first lap out and went to reset to qualify, and there was only 48 seconds left, so didn't have a chance to qualify. I know easily I was running pretty good laps, comparable to at least a top 5 to 10 starting spot, but I don't know. We ended up coming up through the pack, and it was a blast passing all the cars, and the strategy worked out, but the caution came out at the right time because Scott was betting on me so hard for whatever position that was. I believe it was 4th or 3rd place at the time, and just completely destroyed my right rear trying to get around them, and we lost a good bit of time doing that. Not really sure why we were betting on that hard at that point, but yeah, overall was still a really good race up to about lap 50, and then much like our qualifying race last night, Sean, just ended up being a free-for-all Darlington truck race-esque finish, and really didn't get that many green flag laps in at the end. But overall, it was a pretty fun all-star race, and I hope we do it again. I really like these ARCA cars. Setup was a little bit on the tighter side, but with a little bit of practice and some in-driver adjustments can make it work pretty well.
Well, man, is there anybody you'd like to thank before we let you get back to celebrating?
Of course, yeah, I got to thank you and Trip, as always, for doing fantastic broadcast. Got to thank you guys for putting on this all-star race and dishing out money as well with no entry fees. That really means a lot to us as the drivers. As you know, we've been really busting our butts all year, and I know you guys have been busting your butts behind the scenes, and a lot of us don't even know the half of it. So thanks to you guys for that. Want to thank all my teammates. As we collaborated really well, made some good strategy, and we didn't have the finishes we wanted, but I think overall as a team we ran really good. Also want to thank you too, Sean, again, for drafting me. It was awesome to run for your team, and I wish I could have brought home 2 positions more, but gave it everything we had. And also want to thank Dirty Racing Podcast and Extreme Sim Seats. Yeah, thanks.
All right, man. Well, have a great night. We will see you next Sunday, actually at Dover. So for your Cup Series race.
Yep, cut off race, and got the shifter fixed. Well, not really fixed. We're using a sequential now, so it's not going to go shift in the first. So don't have to worry about taking out our teammates in a cut off race. So hopefully we can keep it clean and make it.
All right, buddy. Have a great night.
You too. Thanks, Sean.
All right, James Holzer. And so let's see if we can't get Landon Lacey up here. And Landon, not only our second place finisher. Hey, Landon, Sean Griffith up in the booth. How's it going, man?
Going good. How are you, sir?
Doing good. Not only our second place finisher here tonight, but you won your qualifying race yesterday, so that got you $20. You won the pole position today, so that got you $10. You won the fastest lap of the night, so you got another $10. And now you get second place, so that's $25. So do you want any more of my money?
I wish I could have had that first place. I feel like all those cautions there at the end kind of helped Tim out, but you know, to be honest with you, there's no one else I'd rather finish second to than Tim, since he's a teammate over on the Cup side.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, phenomenal race. What is the secret here at Indianapolis? Because you won your race by 8 seconds, and then you come in here, and it didn't matter how far back you were in the pack at all. You just worked your way right back through. What's the secret?
I think you noted it in the I was watching the stream during the race, and I think you noted it during the race. It's just a fine line here, and if you miss it by an inch, you're losing a ton of momentum. So you really just have to focus on hitting your marks. You really got to focus on saving tires, because a lot of people, with the setup being as tight as it was, you could really roast that right front off within 3 or 4 laps. So it's just a bunch of tire management, and you just got to make sure you hit that line.
Well, man, you did a great job of that. Anybody you want to thank before we let you go here tonight?
Yeah, thank you, of course. You know, this one's a little different. Of course, it's the All-Star race, so thank you to Adam Pettit for picking me. First of all, it's been a complete joy to, you know, run with some different kind of guys, you know, from not only from the Cup side, but from the Xfinity and Truck Series. So thank you to everybody out there on Team Birdman. Sorry I couldn't quite get you the win, but those late cautions there kind of hurt us. Thank you to everybody at Filthy Five. Tim, I know Brandon's not in the league anymore, but he's still the team owner, so thank you to Brandon Browning. Kyle Spees, Gabriel Ellison. Thank you to some sponsors of mine, Logitech and Zaxby's. We appreciate everything that you do for us. Thank you, Sean, for the broadcast. Sorry that you were up here by yourself. The whole race,
it's all good. All my broadcasters were out there in the race.
But yeah, this is something different. I've never really ran an all-star race with the league before, so this was a cool experience.
All right, man. Well, we'll definitely have to do it again. But great job there tonight. Great job yesterday. Congratulations on everything that you won. And, man, we'll see you Sunday night at the Cup Series race at Dover.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Have a great night.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. Let's see what we can do to get our winner in here, Mr. Timothy Latham. Tim Latham. Bringing it home in first place. You know, your Filthy Five Motorsports teammate back there in second said that there's nobody that he would rather lose to than you. What is your feeling?
Yeah, whenever that last green white checkered happened and we were coming to the green, he messaged me on iRacing. He said, "Let's finish 1-2. Doesn't matter which order." So, I was just glad that he was willing to work with me like that. And if he was in first and I was in second, it would have been the same way. It's good to have teammates out there, even though we're not teammates in the All-Star race. We are teammates on Sundays every other week. So, we did good tonight. Pit strategy was pretty much everything. That's the only reason why I won this race. Came into pit early, then we had a wreck on the track, and I inherited the lead from that and never lost it since. So, but yeah, it was a good night tonight. I didn't qualify where I wanted to, but I finished where I wanted to for sure.
Well, I'll tell you that I've already been contacted by your team captain, Captain Jason Tripp, and he is already rubbing it into my face that I picked Jake Rowell first and not you. And so congratulations on that, obviously. So how does it feel to be the second pick but then end up taking it all the way?
It feels good, and I know you don't really want to talk about it too much, but I hate that the situation that happened to kind of force that hand, but I would have enjoyed out there battling him for the win, but things happen and consequences happen too. So we'll just take them how we can get them at this point.
Well, man, is there anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, of course, thank all the guys at Team Stemba for putting on a great show. I know Duke was up there for a lot of the race. I'm sad that he wasn't up there with us. But I want to thank Filthy Five, Landon being out there. Kyle was in it for a little bit. And then obviously team owner, he's no longer with us, but Brandon Browning, of course. And Evan Scott, he was out there watching, so I want to shout out to him. And thank you for putting on a great broadcast as you do every week.
Thanks, buddy. Well, man, congratulations tonight. We'll see you Sunday at Dover for your Cup Series race.
All righty, see you then.
All right. Well, guys, that was an incredible race. That was a lot of fun, to be completely real with you. That was just an amazing experience, and I know a lot of these all-star races or a lot of these leagues don't do all-star races, and this is something that I think we should probably do every single season because it just worked out really, really well. So we really appreciate all of our fans out there, all of our drivers. You guys are what makes Speed Racing Network possible. So thank you for being there, and thank you for sticking with us, and hopefully you'll stick with us for season 2 of Speed Racing Network, season 2021 as well, because hey, it's going to get really, really good. So come on back and watch that, but also watch our races Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights. Man, we are right in the middle of the playoffs. It is going to be killer the rest of the way. But for right now, myself, Sean Griffith, and for everybody here at Speed Racing Network, we always remind you to go faster.